And yeah, we're going to be comparing Magma and Pain. Now, the reason I've took such an interest in comparing Pain with Magma is because Pain has one particular move that deals like a lot of damage. So I'm gonna be doing this here. So we're not gonna be doing any of this, like, so no accessories, none of that stuff, and we're just gonna jump straight into yeah, just using the stuff, you know what I'm saying? So we're gonna start with Magma. So we're gonna start with the Z skill. This should be the most strongest move in Magma, but I might be wrong on that. But so let me test this. So Z skill, that's pretty freaking strong, bro. 18,000 damage. That's just, that almost insta killed the dummy. So that's pretty big. That's pretty good. Now we're gonna start with the second move, Volcanic Assault. Ooh, that's a huge step down. We're looking at 3.5k approximately. I'm not gonna do exact numbers. I'm just gonna, when I count the hundreds. Oh, never mind. That was 6.6k. Can't be mad at that. And then let's take a look at Beast Ride here. Let me make sure I actually hit that completely. Okay, so we're looking at 4k for that move. The Volcanic Storm is going to be the crazy one. Oh, yeah. Yes, it is. Another 18k. That's 18k twice. All right, so Magma's off to a pretty crazy start here. Now we're going to move on to Pain. I don't think I'm going to count the M1. I think I'm just going to count like just the basic skills and that's it. Should I just hold it down until it stops? Does it even end? I'm just going to keep going and just see if it ends. It's not stopping. Oh, okay. 22k. That's all I'm counting. Until the NPC dies. So 22k. We'll give it that. And then we'll go ahead and do the next move here. Rage Release. 5.3k. That is better than Magma's second moves. Should I do regular Agony Nuke or charged? I'm going to take which one does more damage. So let's do this one first. Okay, 4.6k so far. Ooh, that's a little less than Magma C. It's off to a disadvantage right there. Hopefully the charged version of the C skill will save it. If it doesn't, Pain's gonna be a little bit in trouble there. Let's see. 4k? I don't even know if I want to count the damage of the ghosts. I could. It always leaves like the same amount of ghosts behind. I don't think it's random. I just gotta find out how much it deals per ghost, but let me try that again real quick. Okay, 4.4k. Just for the sake of it, I'll count the ghost. All right, 534 per ghost. So let's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so let's just count all 5 ghosts and then just do the math on that. So it's just basically going to be 534 times 5. So that's another 2,000 damage, and if we just 2,600. So let's do 2,600 just plus 4,400. Okay, so 7k damage approximately. We'll give it that. I feel like Pain is kind of gonna need everything he can get against Magma here. So we got 7k off of that. We want to do fully charged Torturing Pulse. Let's do Torment Water first, see how much we get from that. 2.9k. Oh, that is ooh, that is pretty bad. And it makes what, 4 ghosts? It makes 4 ghosts, and I'm pretty sure it deals the same amount of damage per ghost. So that's 5k approximate. All right, and then we're gonna go ahead and do Max Pain Meter. I got 534. It looked like from there. Okay, 6,900. So 7.4k approximate. All right, so let's see how it stacks up. So in total, Magma got, I'm giving Pain like every advantage here, which is kind of crazy. It's gonna be crazy if Pain loses even with this massive advantage. So Magma in total did approximately 48k damage in total. That's a lot of damage. That's like a lot. We're looking at a lot here. If we excluded the ghosts, that's because I was being very generous in adding the ghosts. If I didn't add the ghosts to that, Magma wins if I don't add the ghosts, which the ghosts are kind of unreliable. So Magma still deals more damage on average, but Pain has the potential to do more than 22k. I could have kept going if the NPC didn't die. So really against any enemy, you can kind of keep the damage up like kind of forever. In terms of damage, Magma is better. It has better burst damage. It does lots of damage in a very short amount of time, and it has very low cooldowns as well. Pain deals amazing damage, but the damage is carried by one move. Everything else, I'm not dissing everything else. Everything else deals good damage too, but that Z skill carries Pain like crazy. So Pain, very good for damage and PvP and PvE. Magma excels at PvE, not so much PvP. I'd say if you're looking for, if you were to pick between Pain and Magma, I would say Pain though, because it covers PvE and PvP pretty good, and it's also good for C events. So Pain's not a bad choice. I definitely would pick it over Magma in the grand scheme of things.